Hello and welcome to our presentation. My name is Dr. Kateryna METERSKY and I'm an assistant professor at the Daphne Cockrell School of Nursing at Toronto Metropolitan University, presenting on behalf of Valerie, Kristina and Dr. AL-HAMAD. Did you know that on average about 20% of all Canadian REB applications require a full board review with an average revision cycle of about 15 to 21 days? Full board REB reviews are essential for greater than minimal risk research, but present numerous challenges. The challenges can include prolonged time with multiple revision cycles required, again with each lasting approximately 2 to 3 weeks, but can extend to actually 43 plus days. Ambiguous guidelines for submission, emotional strain on the research teams, limited literature on practical navigation strategies, little insight into the Research Ethics Board member perspectives, Research Ethics Board staff availability, and reviewer burnout, to name a few. In terms of the study purpose, we wanted to reflect on challenges that we experienced during our full board Research Ethics Board review for a high-risk study, and again that was exploring the lived experiences of Ukrainian newcomer women who engaged in sex work in Canada to make ends meet, as well as identify guidance gaps for research involving vulnerable populations. Our study took multiple revision cycles, which totaled 24 weeks from preparation of the submission to final approval. Here on the bottom, I provide for you the timeline that our study took when it underwent the full REB revision process. In terms of how we collected data on our experiences, 4 research team members comprising of 2 researchers and their 2 research assistants used a self-interview guide of questions to write individual reflections. These reflections prompted the questions in the guide centered on the process of navigating Research Ethics Board approval for a study involving vulnerable populations to address the main study question. What was the full board Research Ethics Board approval process like for me, and what lessons would I like to share with other researchers who may need to undergo a similar experience? Content from the 4 reflective scripts was analyzed and thematically coded using Brown and Clark's 2019 framework. Our key findings were produced as lessons. Lessons emerged across 2 key stages of the full board review process: preparation of the application and during/post Research Ethics Board review process. The recommendations that we were able to generate during the preparation for the REB application process included forecasting institutional review board timelines, preparing extensive extra materials for support, collaborating with community partners who are involved in your project. This can really assist in addressing various feedback, ethical and legal concerns, as well as revisions that you might be asked to do as a team. Engage in emotional regulation, as this process can be quite emotional in nature. Utilize supports to manage any added stress. Communicate openly with the research team members. In terms of recommendations during and post REB review, make sure that if you are asked to do a presentation to the full board, that you maintain the content that will help answer any of their concerns or questions, and the length of the presentation is appropriate. Prioritize timely response to feedback, not to delay the review process, and maintain a positive attitude throughout the process. In terms of implications in future work, researchers' level of preparedness for full board REB review process can affect response times and navigation of feedback. Graduate nursing students may feel unprepared to support and or conduct independent research involving high-risk protocols with vulnerable populations. So future research and development of institutional full board REB review processes should consider collaborations involving all stakeholders in the process, including REB staff, researchers, and trainees. So in conclusion, experienced investigators, researchers, community partners, and REB members share a collaborative responsibility for safeguarding the well-being of vulnerable populations in research. Transparent, proactive REB engagement is key to timely approval of study protocols. Clear guidance can reduce revisions and emotional burden on researchers. Thank you so much for listening. Here is my contact information in case you want to talk about this further. And here's the QR code that will take you to our references.